Hello everyone, this is Mike.
And Zoe.
And today we're here for another episode of D&D, and we are going to do episode 26. We are going to keep on working on sounds as we were last time. So I've actually gone ahead and found a couple of explosion sounds. Let me actually increase the volume just a little bit.
But you wrote explosion.
It's fine. Explosion. It's the best kind of explosion. The explosion. There we go. Okay, so they're very, very similar. Again, they come from one of these sound banks that I've purchased for Unity, so I'm just using them here. All right. Now, let's begin by adding these mine sounds, because that's fairly easy.
Yeah.
So, let's go to our audio manager. And just like last time, we have all of these for the tiles. I think we should add a couple of comments, possibly. So let's do this. Call this system. And call this tiles. So, yeah. Oh, you put 3.
For some reason.
Just tiles. With a capital T. To be consistent. Okay, save. So we can now copy all of this. Paste it here. Now let's see here. SFX, those are fine. Let's leave them alone. So this one is going to be mine. Mine.
Mm-hmm.
Mine.
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 I wrote mine.
Capital M.
Mine.
Okay. Mine.
Mine.
Save.
Save.
All right. And now copy all of this.
Okay.
Paste it. Mine.
But this time I don't need to put it uppercase.
Okay, let's do like last time. Control F.
Control F.
Yeah. Type no breaks. No, capital N. And let's change this to selection. And here you want to put mine, capital M.
Something happened upstairs.
Oh yeah, your brother just must have fallen on his head. So if we're interrupting the recording, it's because a 1.5-year-old kid just smacked his head into the floor. It's normal, they do it a lot.
Maybe. We don't know.
We'll see. Alright, so this is done. Good. Now let's go back to the game manager and let's go find where... request tile sound.
We just found it.
There it is. So let's see where it's being called. Hit Control F to find it. That's weird. Do it again. Huh? Do it one more time. Oi!
Oi!
Copy it. I don't know why, but it's not doing what it usually does. Because it's selection, that's why. Current document. Alright. Alright, so no, it should already happen right away. Right, but we forgot to load the files. That's silly. So right here, copy this. Paste. Mine. And now let me check. Mine. Mine. Yeah, it's better if you actually press Shift as opposed to Control. Save. Alright, now let's test it out. Landing on a mine.
That should be 5.
Game manager 5. Roll. There
Worked.
we go. Alright, so that's done. So we're done with all of the tile sounds. Obviously the mine sound is going to have to be called even when we step on a tile that has a mine on it, because we've put it. So I don't remember where that is, but let's go take a look. It should be on evaluate landing tile, I guess. Start. So standard is the only one that can have a mine. There it is. Okay, there's the mine. Now copy request tile sound. Yeah, because it's not going to play any sound here, but we need it for the mine. Paste it here. And now we're going to say, instead of next tile type, we're going to go tile type.
Okay. Tile type.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Add, yeah. Dot mine. Save. Okay, so now we need to test this one.
So how do we test this one?
Well, we need to get a mine first, like go anywhere, then get a
Wait, so we've
deploy mine. So wherever we end up, we're going to deploy a mine and then roll that. So we're going to roll a 2 next. Okay, well, we're going to roll a 2 even now. How about that? Okay, deploy the mine on 2. Put it away. Red. Roll the 2. You should hear 2 booms.
boom, boom.
Let's see. Yeah, people can't see if you indicate this. Okay, works. It's funny how many times you're gonna indicate the script.
At least I didn't bang the microphone this time.
That's true. Like, you know, baby steps. Okay, so that's done.
At least useful steps.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, audio manager. There we are. Okay, so this bit is done. System.
Engine. Let's do the engine.
Let's do the engine. Okay, that's a big one. So to do the engine, we are actually going to have to substantially modify our player prefab.
So we're gonna like move the pitch up and down, so that it goes like.
Yes, there's
Maybe
quite a
we
lot.
can test.
There's quite a lot we're going to have to do.
Give it a test.
All right, so let's see. Let's create an empty here and call it audio.
Ooh.
That went well. Okay. Now create a audio source right here. Rename this one AS.
Oops.
AS_engine.
That's not how to spell engine.
Okay, so I want to copy one of them, and I think it's the audio source that gets moved about. No, this is the system one. Under the game manager, I think. No. Where is it? Board? Yes, AS tile. That's the one. I want to copy these settings, because I want to have exactly the same settings on the engine. There we go. Alright, so the engine though must have a loop on. And what we're going to do is we're going to play around with the pitch quite a lot. We can also give it an audio clip right away. So let's go and take that. Resources, SFX, cars, car engine, there it is. So AS engine, give it the car engine right here. Okay.
So we'll move the pitch up and down.
Yeah, we'll do it later. No, I mean, you do it in game. We can't do it now. So what we're gonna need to do for that is we're gonna need to set up like gears and that sort of stuff. Now, the way we're gonna deal with gears, I think, is we're just going to create a curve that's going to be pretty complicated.
Are we gonna make it ourselves?
Yes, we're gonna make it ourselves, and we're gonna give it a certain amount of time, and then when it reaches the maximum, I'm not sure. It's probably gonna have to stay there. And then there's gonna have to be a curve for slowing down. So there's quite a lot of stuff. Now I don't know where we would put all of this. Probably the player, I guess. Yeah, we should probably do that. Let's do it on the player. So let's go to our player and create a so go with a void start engine. Okay. Yeah, close it. Don't need anything. Close. Save. Okay. Now copy it. Paste it. Stop engine. Okay, save. Actually, wait a moment. We have a player motor. Yeah. This goes straight into the player motor. Cut this.
Yes, that's because it's called player motor.
Paste it here.
Oh, whoopsies.
Okay,
There you
save.
go.
Okay, so the player can now be removed. Save. And let's focus on the player motor instead. So we're gonna create a couple of serialized fields, private curves. Yeah. private animation curve. And we're gonna make quite a few. And we're gonna call this one curve underscore, and let me think this through. Volume. Do volume. Yeah, semicolon.
Volume.
Actually put a plural, volumes, semicolon. Now put an array. Save. So now we're gonna have all of the ones for the volumes. The 0 is going to be the one for when we start, which means it's gonna go from nothing to a high number, and then the one for when we stop is gonna go from
a high number to
a high number to a low one.
So this will be an area of 2.
Hmm?
So this will be an area of 2, right?
No, and I meant that was gonna be the third one. The second one is gonna be the curve that we have for volume for where we are racing. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it go sort of up and down just a little bit, so it's shaky and it's interesting.
Okay.
Now copy all of this, paste it here, and change this to pitches. Pitches. Okay, save. Right. And then we're gonna worry about these two later. For now, let's see what the situation is here for execute single move. So single moves are not using this because single moves are jumps, right? But execute moves, these are what matters. And the thing that we need to understand is that our current movements are all dependent on tiles. So they go from tile to tile to tile to tile. Right? But we have sort of like a big movement, which is the movement throughout the entire course, right? Which is important to us now because we need the engine to essentially accelerate and go vroom, right? And then from there, it needs to go vroom, 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 like this, right? So it needs to keep on repeating these curves slowly. Now, I'm not 100% sure how we will do it, okay? Well, we know that the ratios are short first and longer later. So even if the car has infinite gears, it should be quite funny. I mean, I think that's how Rocket League does it. Like in Rocket League, if you keep on racing in a circle, your car seems to have infinite gears it's going up to. So we can kind of do that, I guess. But I've never done this before, so I need to think about it for a bit. This thing for the pitches may in fact be wrong. We may have these for start and stop. And yeah, I think so. I think we're going to have these for start and stop. And then we're going to have curves for movement. So yeah, let's copy these two. Paste them here. And it's going to be curve volume and call this one movement. Okay. And this one movement pitches. Come on, Zoe, focus seriously. Please, I am tired way more than you are. Went to sleep at 4 a.m. tonight. Yeah, last night. Okay. Remove this. Okay, give it a... Oh, no, my bad. Volume pitch. Okay. Pitche! Pitche! It's like the South American version. Okay, pitche. Right. How do we do this? Start engine. Start engine should have just one sound at the beginning. So maybe we actually don't even need these. Do we? I am changing my mind all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna remove these, save. And we're gonna go through the gears. Okay, so create a private int. current gear. Semicolon. Another serialized field, private int. Max gears equals 5. No capitals though. Max gears equals 5. Semicolon, save, okay. So it's gonna have 5 gears, it's gonna follow 5 different curves for the pitch. The volume is gonna remain more or less constant, but it has to go up and then fall down.
Will it make any sound after it's moved, like while it's motionless and the other one is making a sound?
No, there will be no idle sound.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be no idle sound.
Just movement sound for the players.
Yes. So the current gear, copy this. Right here it's gonna start at 0. Paste it. Equals 0. Say the semicolon. Save. Okay. Actually, let's cut this and put it after the transform rotation. Paste it. Okay. Save. So now we're gonna need some kind of passing time that doesn't care about the current passing time. So we're gonna call this one float overall time. No, engine time. There, even better. Engine time.
Oops, no spaces.
And go give it the value of 0. Yeah, save. Okay. Now, while this while is doing its thing, we are going to actually play the engine 2. I'm actually thinking whether we should have a separate IEnumerator for this, because I'm not sure, but I would think that would make sense. Yeah, I think so. I think we're gonna have another coroutine. It's just too complicated to include it into this one. So let's create another IEnumerator.
Okay.
It's all improvised, people. There's no script here. IEnumerator, manage engine. Open round, close round. Save. Okay. Now we're actually going to remove this engine time. We don't need it. We're going to remove current gear is 0. We're going to move it in the other side. Copy all of it. Save. Sorry, my bad. Copy float passing time. Put it in here. And now copy this for now. Hold the shift. Copy this. Paste it here. Okay, and there.
We copied some code and deleted the rest.
Yes. So I'm giving a value of 0 to the passing time. Now, passing time is going to have to be reset when it reaches a certain number. We also need the current gear to go to 0. Equals 0. Semicolon. Save. Okay. Now, okay, I figured this out now. So go serialize field, another one, private float, 2 of them, float array, and we're gonna go with pitches, lower case. All right. Let's give it to default values like 0.5 float and I forgot the squiggly. I forgot a lot of things. New float 2. You type it.
New float
2. 2. Open. Squiggly. And space. Sure. Comma. 1.5. Let's do. Probably not good enough, but we'll see. F. Close it. Okay, save. Good. So now we have these two default values. So we're gonna go between these. We need to lerp between these based on the given curve that we're given. Give the curve that we will have. So right. When we manage the engine, we need to start the engine. So let's start here. We are going to have access to those to this guy.
Okay.
So the player has the motor right on it, and we're gonna find this. Okay, so you need to go transform find audio AS engine. So private audio source AS underscore engine. Yeah, perfect. Semicolon.
And this time I did do lowercase.
Good. Copy this. Paste it here. Equals transform dot find open quote
Audio, I think it was.
yeah, audio slash AS underscore engine. Perfect. There, I like it when you focus. Close the quote, close the bracket, dot, get component, audio source. We're doing this in setup, so when we set up the card, we're also getting the audio source as well. Save. Okay, now copy AS engine, paste it here, go dot play, open, close. Yeah, and then enter, and you go wait, we want to keep this coroutine so we can like delete it, not delete it, but clear it when we want to. So let's create a private coroutine core engine. Core engine semicolon. Okay, copy this, and here you're gonna type if paste it is not null, exclamation mark equals.
Oh, is not null.
No, close round, open, yeah. Stop coroutine, open round, paste again, close round, semicolon. Only one round, too many rounds.
Oops, too many rounds.
Paste it here, equals.
I got confused with start coroutine.
Start coroutine. Open round, copy this, paste it here, open close round, semicolon. Alright, so that's how we start the engine sound, right? But we play the audio source first. Now we're gonna manage the audio source's pitch. So let's copy this, paste it here, dot pitch equals mathf.lerp meth. You don't want to know what that is.
What?
It's a secret I'll never tell.
When I'm older?
When you're older, you'll know what meth is. Hopefully not personally. Otherwise, I will have failed as a parent. And you'll have very bad teeth. Okay, so open a round bracket. Okay, mathf lerp pitches. Copy this. Paste it here. 0.
Oh, what? Sorry, 0, like here.
Yes, comma. Pitches 1.
It's not a comma.
Comma. Curve underscore. Pitches. No, square bracket.
Evaluate.
Current gear. Close it. Dot evaluate. Passing time. Remove.
Revaluate.
Evaluate.
Evaluate.
Passing time. Close. Semicolon. We need another closed bracket. Save. Okay, so for this one we are not gonna need the car move speed, but we should use some kind of speed floats. because the lower gears change more frequently. So we're going to create, copy all of this, paste it here, change it to a float.
Okay.
And call this pitch speeds. Yeah.
Speeds.
They're very quick. Save. Okay, copy this. Space times. Done. Yeah, pitch speeds. And now open current gear. Close. Save.
Current gear.
Yes. So as long as it's lower than this, and oh, interesting.
Wait a minute.
We're
Where
gonna
is
change
current
this.
gear? Like, where is current gear made?
What do you mean?
Like private floatable current gear. Where is it made?
Where is it declared?
Declared, yeah, declared. Oh yeah.
Right. So now this is wrong. What we need to do here is we need to in fact change this to while true. Yeah, go while true.
Whoa.
I have
Sorry.
no idea what buttons you're pressing. While true. Okay, and here we're gonna say at the end after we waited, we're gonna say if passing time. I've got a better idea. Change this from pitch speeds to pitch durations. Right, now copy it and paste it here. And instead of times, we're going to be divided. Remember the same principle as last time. Times is for speeds, right? And divided is for durations. Okay?
Okay.
So we are going to say, for example, the first gear is going to last 1 second. Then we switch to the second gear, which is going to last 2 seconds. Then the third. And so on. Yes, like that. Right? And we're going to incrementally
Add it until it stops.
well, yeah. And that's why we had to change the loop to if while is true. And then we're going to arbitrarily stop it whenever we want to. Okay, now, if passing time, so start typing
Okay,
passing time.
Oops.
Passing time is higher than 1f. Put higher or equals, just in case. Just an equals. No needs for shifts. Okay, close the round bracket, open a squiggly, go passing time equals 0. And gear goes up by 1. Gear plus plus, current gear plus plus. Semicolon. Semicolon.
Wait, sorry, semicolon.
Okay, and now we need to clamp it to the max gear. So you're gonna say current gear equals mathf.clamp. Math D, much better. Mathf.clamp. Open around, current gear, comma.
Oops, no.
Wait a second. Now that I think about it. Yeah, well, whatever. Let's continue like this. Current gear 0 is the lowest possible gear, and the highest possible gear is max gears.
Gear.
Yeah, max gears. Close around. Semicolon.
Why do we call it max gear? Whoa.
Why do you press control and stuff? Be careful. Those are actually commands. They do things. Like, I have no idea what you're doing when you press control semicolon. Don't know. It's good you're not launching debug or crazy stuff. Would it say, how do you launch this? You need to click that. But I'm sure that control stuff does things. Control is a special key, so don't press it willy-nilly. Okay, so now let's look at our code again. So we start the manage engine, we restart the passing time to 0, and we put the gear to 0, which is our first gear, right? Then as long as this is true, this loop is going to play itself forever. Now here we increase the passing time depending on the current gear, right? So remember, these pitch durations are going to be shorter than the later ones, right? When we reach 1 F value for passing time, means the passing time has reached the actually, let's first look at this. So we change the pitch of the engine based on the lowest one and the highest one, and we go from the lowest one to the highest one using a curve.
Using that curve.
We use the curve that is correspondent to the same as the duration, right? So we may have slightly different curves, which I think would make sense. And
a car is not always the same.
Well, yeah, I mean, we may not make it perfectly realistic, but it will be acceptable for our purposes, right? So it evaluates the passing time, and then it waits. And then it's going to check if the passing time is higher than 1, that means we have reached our duration that we wanted. Okay, now that I think about it, we could have just looked for duration here without dividing anything. Yeah, let's do that. Cut this, put it right here. And now you don't need to multiply or divide by anything. It's going to be just pure time. Save. Because, you know, here it goes up by time normally, just as it would. So here it needs to reach 1 second, for example. And then the next one, the current gear goes up. Anyway, when the passing time is past the duration, okay, passing time is going to be 0, float, save. Okay, the current gear will go up, and then we will clamp the current gear between 0 and the highest possible gear, right? Because if we don't do that, we're going to get an out of range.
Yes.
And
by the way, what's the difference between 0 float and 0?
Well, a float is a decimal point number, and a 0 without the F is an integer. Now I think
so. This is 0.0.
0.0000. Sure. I mean, they are the same number, yeah, practically speaking. Then again, so is 1F and 1. But they live in a different realm when it comes to code. They're calculated differently, and so on. Now here I think that it would in fact cast it implicitly as a float if you put a 0. But I told you before, I've had problems with some calculations, so I never do it, and I always explicitly cast when I want to. Anyway, so okay, this should actually work. And now let's see, stop engine. Okay, I'll tell you what stop engine will do. It will simply stop the coroutine. So cut this, not copy, cut,
okay,
paste it here. Okay, copy all of this, paste it here, and say stop. Save. Okay, and the reason why we can do this is because we can copy stop engine, put it in front of start engine. There. So save. So that's a very safe way of starting the engine every time we want to. So when are we gonna start the engine? We
gotta load the stuff in Audio Manager.
Yeah, no, we don't, because this audio clip is put directly on the audio source. So we need to start the engine right here. So call start engine. Open, close, semicolon. And we need to stop the engine right here. So stop engine.
What about the coroutine?
Open, close. The coroutine is
controlled
by this. So here it will only stop the engine, and there it will start. It will stop it first and then start the engine. Right? So that's how it works. Okay, give it a save. This is actually looking pretty good. I think we can already go and take a look at all of our curves.
I think I opened the settings and I pressed the weird stuff.
That's fine. Leave it there. The Windows settings on the other screen. Nobody can see them. Don't reveal our secrets. Okay, so how many curves do we need for the pitches and the duration?
We need 2. I think we need 2.
What? No. What is... Ah, yeah, right.
Well, you said the 2. 1 for the start, 1 for the
How many
end.
gears do we have?
Gears, 5. We have 5 gears, so
no,
we need...
we don't have 5.
Then I don't remember how many gears we have.
Well, we have 5, but it starts at 0, so we have...
yeah, so we have 4.
You mean 6.
Oh, whoops.
My word. Alright, so... that's what, 1 second, 0.5? Let's try that. Let's let's say 2.5. Let's say, I don't know, 4. This is probably, we're probably never gonna get here. Well, anyway, this may be all exaggerated. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for smaller numbers. So I'm gonna say 1, 1.5. We're gonna have sports cars here. 2.2 because reasons. 3, 3.5, and 4. There, let's try that. So now,
is it as fast as a sports car? Sports car.
So for this one, wait a moment. For this one, we need something that starts early and reduces speed later. So we're gonna use this curve. And what I'm going to do for now is I'm just gonna take the cheap way out, and I'm gonna put all 6 of them the same.
And the panty, oops, and the
Strange
bad
unity thing.
Unibug.
So currently the curve volume is irrelevant. It doesn't do anything because we haven't asked it to do anything, I think, and that's okay. For now, we're gonna leave it here. So, oh, stupid Dropbox, always whinging about things. Bye. Yeah, guys, secret: never use Dropbox ever when you're working, like especially not for version control. That's crazy. You're gonna get errors all over the place, and like overwriting is gonna be bad. So anyway, we've got the player ready. Let's see how this sounds. It could be really weird. It could, like, nothing could work. We'll find out. Okay, so let's hit play.
Work.
Let's see what happens.
Wait, we all have the same. We have the same curve for each of them.
Yes, I know. That's fine. They're the same car.
I guess.
Okay, so we did hear something. It was quite quiet here, so because we can't put the audio too high, otherwise you will
Interfere with the microphone.
But this curve, in my opinion, was far too slow. So the durations are far too slow. So we're gonna put 0.3, 0.5. Right? I have no idea what the ratios on cars would be. I'm gonna try random stuff here. 1.4 and 1.5. So I've gone a lot smaller on all vehicles. Push by 3. Boom. All right, let's try. Let's hear you, Mr. Car.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Do a big roll. Okay, so this is pretty good, but the problem that we've got is that it starts from a pitch that is far too low. So we're gonna need pitch boundaries. So I quite like this these ratios. They're a bit extreme, but it's fine. I can't copy component because there's too many of them, so I can just select one. Now I'm gonna copy component. I'm gonna stop the code. I'm gonna go back to my prefabs player here, and I'm going to paste the component values. And what we're gonna have to do is we need to change our pitches for minimum and maximum in such a way that we don't always restart from the minimum. Because when you're idling with a car or you're stopped, the revs are very, very, very low. But when you change, they stay on a constant minimum, which is much higher than the original. And I think our highest one isn't very high, so that's not great. Though we may leave it relatively low because in the end of the day, this is just cosmetic for us. So let's take a look here. We are going to do this. We're going to say pitches, and instead of 2, we're gonna make 3. 0.5 sure could be a decent start. Nah, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna leave it on 0.8 or something. Starting point. Right, 1.5 is okay as a second point, and then the third point is going to be something like 3. So it's going to be way higher. And then it's going to be with like high in tone. Yeah, something like that. Now here we're going to make a change. We are going to say go type current gear equals 0. Gear equals 0, 2 equals 0, question mark. Oh no, tell you where we'll put, yeah, anyway, write it, question mark, okay. Now cut this, paste it here, and here you're going to say 0, otherwise 1. And pitch is 2. Save. So what it's going to do is only on the first gear is going to start from the bottom, and from then on it's going to start for the middle point.
Okay.
Which I still think is probably not perfect, and it's probably going to sound pretty weird. So we may actually add pitches for each gear, which would probably be okay.
Okay.
So let's roll a big roll, like a fake one that we can't normally get. Like, 30. Let's see how this sounds. Oh, I forget something important. Before it crashes, let me go fix it. Because we haven't done this change yet here. So it was 1.5 and 3. I think that's where we put it, right? Okay, let's hear it.
Green roll of 30. How do you do it, Green? Go ahead now.
Not really. It sounds like it's restarting all the time. We definitely need different pitch starting points for each of the gears. So we're going to change this. Hit Control R twice. And call this one pitch starting points. Yeah. Yep. Save.
Pitcher.
Pitche. Save. And let's make this really cool. Copy this too. Paste it here and call this one ending points. Yeah, save. Okay, so we are gonna make as many as we need. So therefore I'm gonna remove all default values because it's just pointless. I mean, we could do it, but whatever. And we are now, we need to change the way the thing down here works. And instead of this, we are going to say pitch starting points, current gear. Okay. And then this one is going to be pitch ending points. So type pitch.
No, wait. All right, ending points.
Yeah, it should appear. Yeah, ending points. Again, current gear. Save. So now we're gonna tailor make them for every gear.
Tailor make them?
Yeah, we're gonna just specifically put them for each gear. So now we're gonna start. We just put star size is 6 right away. So the first one had a low of 0.8 and a high of 1.5, right? Then we have. Let's do the highs first because that should be fairly easy. 2.5.
You have 2 threes.
5, 2, something like that. Yeah, I know. I'm deliberately putting those like that. And for this one, we're gonna have the highest. Let's say 2. This one a little bit lower, 1.8. This one substantially lower, 1.5. 1.3. Actually, I'm gonna put this one at 1.6. 1.3, and this one, let's put it at 1.1. No, that's too much. Just 1. Save.
Okay.
And let's see how this plays.
Then let's check how much more time we got left.
You're already lazy.
No, not just saying.
Alright, let's go. Oh, I forgot to put a long time.
Oops.
Yep. Stop. Well, at least we know the start and stop works. Okay, so 30. Pariah, there you go. I made the fart sound now. Let's hear it.
The fart sound? We won't hear it.
Doesn't sound very realistic. It sounds okay at the beginning-ish. Let me hear it one more time.
It sounds...
So let me hear it one more time because we need to make corrections. I don't want it to sound perfectly realistic, but better than this for sure. Okay, so I've put another 30 right there by default already. Let's hear it. So I want to hear the first gear. I think it's too low. Yeah, it's too low when it stops. Go away. Thanks. All right, so instead of 1.5, we're going to put 2.
Okay.
and I think the duration is too short too. So I'm gonna put 0.5, 0.7, 1. Let's try this. I think these are all too long actually. So yeah, those all feel too long. So let's try 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1. Let's try this, right? Oh, I'm silly. Oh no, I'm not, because I'm doing this on the prefab, so it should save. And it did. Okay. So 2, 2, 2.5, 2.5, 3, 3. Let's see here. I think we still have problems. This is not going to be perfect. But it's going to be a bit better. And until we get a decent sound, you know.
It always was the same.
Yeah, I didn't hear it now.
Sorry.
That's alright. Okay, I liked the first and second gear, though I think the second gear is a bit too eager. So I'm gonna put it at 0.7, 0.9. I'm gonna try incrementing by, and I know that later it becomes less like that, so let's try and stop at 1 for now.
1.
Yeah, so pitch starting points. The first 2 seemed okay to me. The third one seemed too low, but we'll see. Especially if we go up to 2.5. I think 2.5 may be too high. Let's try 2.2. Okay. Test. So the first gear, I'm fine. Okay, so the sixth gear, or fifth, the sixth is obviously going too high and in pitch, and yeah, I'm just gonna put 2.6 and 2.7, and I'd like to make the sixth gear a little, like they need to be a little longer, and they definitely mustn't start this low. They must start a lot higher. Right?
It sounds like it's restarting every time.
I know, and that's because it's starting too low. So this one, let's try 2.1. The ratio needs to be quite close. It gets closer and closer when we get that high. Right? This one is probably still too low. So let's try something like 1.7, and this one we're gonna put at 1.5. Maybe that's too much.
1.3.
Let's try that. And probably need to make those longer.
I like the brr sound you just.
Focus now. So this is still too low, a pitch starting point. Or we should simply not reset.
It's also less than than element 4.
Good point. Yeah, we should simply. Yeah, how is that low? Did I leave it this low? I guess I did. Oh well. 2.2. No, there was one though that I thought was a little bit too low, and let me change this a little bit so it's a little bit more gentle in the ramp up. 1.1, because I definitely think we need a little bit more time on these. So I'm trying to be a little bit more generous with time. Let's see. Okay, I wasn't happy with the third gear, I think. It was already bothering me. Okay, so the second gear already grinds my gears a little bit, no pun intended. I think we need to go lower than 1.3. Let me hear it carefully now. No, the third gear. The second gear is fine. It's the third gear is too eager. So let's go to 1.5. And I'm also going to lower this, 1.8. Let's see. Roll the dice. No, it doesn't sound right. Like there isn't enough travel. I think we need to modify the curves. Yeah, fairly sure. We need to start getting them more linear. Yeah, let's try and put this as a linear...
Would you like go to the other side?
Huh?
I'm talking to the curve.
Yeah, no, it refuses to. So this is not linear, it's eased in and out. But let's see how that works, because that could sound all wrong. But we'll see. We are making a pretty cheap system here. It's not particularly clever, but you know. Much better.
Yeah.
Much better, especially towards the highs. This one is still too crazy. So, sorry guys, this guy refuses to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this curve, then select this guy, lower it a bit. Okay, like this. Then I'm going to go to the next guy, which I have this curve for. And I'm going to increase it a bit here, lower it a bit here. And again, I'm just trying to sort of ease these a little bit. And now this one I'm going to leave as it is, which is like this. And then the last one I'm actually going to make a little bit more extreme here in the low part. So I'm going to add a point and just drag it. Like so. Okay. And let's hear this.
And hope it works.
Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to lower those revs. Much better.
Yeah.
Much better. So this one here
Sounds much more like a real one.
Yeah, I'm going to...
Especially because all the curves are different.
Yeah. So I'm trying to reduce... this was pretty decent. Yeah, so basically as you can see the apex, not the apex, but how do you call that? The center of the curve, I guess, is sort of shifting forward. Now one thing that bothered me is the excessive increase of the revs, and I think I'm going to leave it on a lower tone. So let's see.
Much worse.
No, it was great, but I'm curious to know why it refused to go up to the next gear.
It did go higher in pitch.
Wait a moment. Why are the pitch starting points this high? What happened there? I don't know. Okay. That's weird.
31.8.
Have I changed them? I guess I have. Let's see. Because I've severely lowered the other ones and I forgot. So, yeah, it was actually going down. Yeah, that's good. The last ones here, I'll still give them a little bit of oomph, a little bit of increase, gently. And here we're also going to increase a little bit. Get to 2. All right. I think this is going to be it. I think this is what we're going to settle for. We may not even need the volume. So the last thing that I would like to do, well, actually, let's test this on a normal roll, which is the maximum possible roll of 12. Let's bear in mind that this is probably a bit of a waste. So let's hear how this sounds. Maybe only get the third gear, and that's it.
Four. But we didn't complete it.
Yeah. That's alright. Yeah, so now we should add the whole acceleration and braking sound, right? Which we have some tire skids for. And those we're going to sort of like get random ones and have them fairly high pitched so they are quick. Alright, now you'll see how that works. So the volume, I don't think we need it. Okay, let's get rid of it. Save for now. Alright, that's not too bad. This is working fairly decently. Alright, now let's go and add one more audio source to the player, which will be our skids. Duplicate AS engine and rename this one to AS SFX. Actually, no. Rename this one to AS skids.
Can I hear the skids?
You want to hear the skid?
Yeah, I haven't heard them.
You haven't heard them. Why you speak like that?
Because I'm weird.
Weird. Alright. Car jump, car land, car start. Okay, got a limit. That sound isn't present in the skids. But anyway, the skids are fairly long. So what we're going to do is we're going to like increase the pitch of this quite a bit and play it there. Right? So if we put it, you know, at like 3 or something, and instead of car engine, we put car start here. It looks like it's 3, but you can go up 4. I'm sure you can go up. I know I've done it. Or unless I'm crazy. It's possible I'm crazy. Let's try playing awake just to hear how it sounds. Yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, don't worry about it. We're gonna get errors because I have a player here that's not supposed to be here. So yeah, let's leave it on 3 for now. Maybe 3 is a bit excessive. Let's try 2.5. It's not looping. Remove play on awake and remove the clip. We don't actually want one. Okay, and now apply. Okay, delete. Now we want a copy this, paste it here, AS skids. Yeah, save. And in setup, you go copy all of this, paste it here, copy, paste, paste, and just put capital A, capital S, save. All right, so we've got our skids now, and we're gonna play a one shot here. So we're gonna say AS underscore skids dot play one shot, open round. No, we can't do that. We can't do that because we need to request it from the audio manager first. So here, let's do a void space.
Oops.
Play skid. Play skid.
Play skid.
Play.
Oh, play skid.
Skid. Ah, my bad. I see. Skid.
I heard play skid.
Open around and give it a bool. Bool.
Bool.
Call it start. Start.
Start.
Close round. Open squiggly. Enter. Enter. Close squiggly. Save. Okay, now we need to go to the audio manager and load these. Cars. Save. Copy this. Paste it here. Save. And this one you want to call car skid. Copy all of it. Paste. Save. copy this, paste.
Oops. I press Control B. Whatever it does.
Copy, paste. Copy, paste. All right, now we need to see where they are because I can't remember. So they are in SFX cars, car start. SFX cars, car start. Save. Okay, so for this one we're gonna need the request sound, just like this one. Copy this, paste here, and now for this we're gonna do it manually. Copy, paste, paste, and copy, paste, paste. Car. We don't have any of these. Because it's tile type. Pfft, that's silly. So what we're gonna do... Oh yeah, because it says request tile sign, banana. All right, copy all of this. Paste it here. Call it car sound. And save for a moment because we're gonna need a different thing. So we need some kind of a different car sound type. So create a public enum car SFX type. Yeah, open squiggly. We're almost done for today. Save, and for now put skid equals 0, comma. It's all messed up. This.
It's not all messed
Overtake.
up anyway.
Any others? Yeah, land. And jump.
Which is overtake. Oh,
right.
we already put
So we got a few, and copy this enum. Paste it here.
It looks like a rather messy name.
Car SFX type. Save.
Yeah.
Copy this. Paste it here. And select type skid. Make sure it's always capital, okay? Save. Okay, skid, skid, ball. Okay, that sounds good. So request car sound. Now we are going to need to go to our player mode again. And here you're gonna create a audio manager dot
create a audio
manager dot request, I think it's called.
Script first.
No. Because it's not dependent on your
oh yeah, this is the class.
yes, it's not dependent on the instance. So call it SFX equals nothing. No, rather yes, equals audio manager dot script.
This one's dependent.
Yeah, audio type VM. We're gonna be here a day. Dot script. Dot request. I think we have car sound. That's the one. Yeah.
Recar.
Open around. Tab. Dot skid. Close round. Semicolon. Save. Okay, so now we have the sound and the volume, which is great because we can do play one shot, but we want to manage the pitch first. And what we're going to do is create a serialized field float. Just copy all of this, paste, and call this one skid pitches.
Skid up. Skid pitches.
Save. Okay. So, and what we're going to do is we're going to, I think on the last one, So we're going to change a little bit. We'll see. For now, let's do just this. So skid pitches, we're going to have 2 of them. And we're going to say AS underscore skids dot pitch equals. Copy this. Paste it here. Square bracket. Start. Question mark. 0, colon, 1. Close the square bracket, semicolon. So we're changing the pitch depending on whether we're starting the skid or ending the skid, right? Because we get a skid for when we break and a skid for when we start. With the one we start, it's going to be like super short, like as quick as possible. And the one at the end is going to be a bit slower. Okay, so...
Even though it doesn't sound like very much.
No, well, it should sound more... Yeah, like that.
Sounds like...
So, AS skids, okay, that's good. Now copy this, paste it here. We should check actually the SFX is not null. So go if open round, copy SFX, paste is not null. One null, much better. Not null. You have caps lock on.
No. Okay.
It's a very angry null. Okay, close around, open. Okay, cut this, put it in here, dot, play one shot, open round, sfx dot clip, dot clip, comma, sfx dot vol, close round, semicolon, save. All right. So we got play skid for start and play skid for end. Now let's take a look at execute move. Where is play skid? It's not here, but it should be in start engine. So we're gonna let this deal with it. So right here, you're gonna say play skid, true. Skid, true. So it's the start. Copy all of this, paste it here, false. Okay, I'm fairly sure we want to do the skid earlier than that, but that's fine. So that's done, save. Okay, now we want to go to our little car again and add these 2 values, player and skid pitches. We want 2 of them. The first one is the highest possible. I think you can go even higher than this, but that's fine. And the second one is going to be pretty high, but not as high. Save. So let's hear this. Huh? It's not too bad.
Not too bad, but I really do think the sounds need some changing.
What do you mean?
Like, I do not like the way the sounds play. The kind of sounds you chose.
Oh, well...
Or unless they were the only choice, of course.
They were the only choice.
Ah, okay.
I don't have any other skids other than these. I mean, I could go to other websites and spend ages doing this. I'm not doing this. This is just sort of passion project. But what do you not like? The engine?
I do not like the sound. It goes... to sound like a real brake.
But you have never heard a car skidding. Have you? I don't think you've ever heard a car skid. They skid like that. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying the sound sample is particularly good, but especially the initial one is pretty decent. The initial one is okay. It's the last one that is a bit dodgy because it's not happening at the right time. This is pretty decent. Now, this is happening too late. It should be happening on the previous tile. That's what we'll do, I think. We will make it so that the engine goes down very quickly at the end from wherever it is on the pitch all the way down to idle, and then it shuts down. Anyway, okay. We'll worry about that next time. So push 1. Ooh. Okay, so since we're here, let's not do anything because it's already been 1 hour and 10 minutes. So we're gonna stop here. But hey, we've done pretty good progress. I quite like the engines now. They're fairly simple, but they work. Okay, we're good?
Yep.
All right. Did you want to play a turn?
Sure.
Sure. Which cards are you going to be?
I'm gonna be red and yellow,
Okay, wait.
which means you're green and blue.
All right, so we're going to do one lap?
Yes.
All right, sounds good. Green and blue? Okay, you go red.
You go red. Okay.
I think I just bumped the microphone. Sorry, people.
Oh,
what?
it's still 12. It's still 12.
Is it? Oh, rubbish. Go to the game manager. You're right.
I do not like your high sensitivity mouse.
It's a low sensitivity mouse.
Oh,
It's not 0, you potato. It's
Oh,
minus 1.
whoopsies.
Okay, so still yellow and red for you?
Yes, I'm still yellow and red. And you're still blue.
2. Oh, what? Oi, gift to red, I hope.
Yes, I'm gonna give it to my friend.
Alright. My turn.
If I gave it to one of your guys, that would be silly.
My dudes would be very happy. 9.
Oh,
Let's
you're
go
breaking
breakdown. See? It works.
You
more or
went,
less.
and
It works more or less. Skip. Oh, wow. That's harsh.
Wah, ha, ha, ha.
That's-
Your turn again. It's
Oh,
green.
is it? Yeah.
It's green's turn.
Watch me score a 2. I got a 10.
Almost for 2. You'll overtake your friend and give him a bonus. Like that.
Push +1.
You can give your friend a breakdown.
I'm gonna give myself a push so if you overtake me, I'm not ending on the breakdown.
My turn.
Poor blue guy. He's all dead.
I'm going to bonus.
See, it's pretty decent with the sounds now.
Boing, doing. I overtook my poor friend.
That's it. You can edit.
Oh, on fire, peeps.
Steal 500.
Who has the most other than me?
Green boy.
Green. Boy. Boing. I'm just dominating. My poor yellow friend has nothing.
You're pretty lucky.
Well, my poor yellow friend is still his
I
friend.
think
So.
you're actually still. Missed. Bonus turn.
Not you are.
It's a big fight for blue guy. Poor blue guy.
You're overtaking me. Yes, you're totally overtaking me. Why didn't I get to roll again?
Because you went over it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get the bonus later.
I got 2 wins now.
Oh yes. Give the 1,000 to blue.
To your friend.
Blue is just chilling back there, but he's got money.
He's got money. If he crosses the start. Remember the last time's rule of we had 3,000? We had to have 3,000 and cross the start. Both of us together had to have 300.
Sure, let's do
to
the
cross
same.
start.
So you currently don't
can-
have enough. I don't have enough either.
Yeah, we both. No, wait. 2,000.
Yeah, I can do math.
Oh,
You don't have
yeah,
enough.
yeah. I forgot that I have. It's this
Roll
guy.
again.
Ha ha ha! Yeah, I don't have enough yet, but I'm close. I'm just hanging in there. And
Wow. If you cross the start, it still doesn't work.
yeah,
But you will have points for the other guy, so it's still pretty good. Brilliant.
the bike.
Pushed by +2. Just push me. Yeah. Oh, poor blue guy.
See, we're gonna hear some parts.
Yeah. Fight guy.
For both of these guys. Oh,
I
whoopsies.
had a bonus for you before.
I forgot. My bonus should stop. in-
Roll again.
This is
You had 2 bonus.
Oh, I'm pretty good.
Oh,
So much for that.
Yeah, but it's the good guy. It's the guy with not very much money that lost 1,000.
At least.
Uh-oh. Swap.
Oh, you're gonna get a breakdown.
That's fine. I'll take the breakdown.
You still got nothing.
Yeah, I know. But I'm gonna cross first.
You still have. Then your other guy has to cross.
Yeah, I know.
Your
Still
other-
don't have enough money to win, lady. So. Oi! Lose $10.
For me.
Just fart after fart. She seems to find it amusing. That's funny too. Give 500 to your
Buddy.
buddy.
My buddy Yellow.
Still,
Whose turn is it now?
you know,
I'm gonna cross this
everybody's
top.
broken down here. Turns reverse. Oh, it's Red's turn.
I'm just dominating.
Is there a breakdown?
Yes.
Push -3.
Not myself. You're gonna overtake me and give me a bonus.
No? Yeah, well, I guess, yeah, I'm gonna give you a bonus. That's true. But you're gonna lose 200 points. Or however
I don't
many.
know who to push.
You decide. I know who I would push if I were you.
I'm gonna push the blue guy.
Okay.
Because the blue guy is just here hanging around. And I don't care about him, so I might as well pull him down.
My turn.
No.
Go away.
You're,
Oh, wow, really?
that's what you deserve.
I can't get across. Gift 1,000.
To your friend.
Yeah.
It's your friend. It's Blue.
Ooh, sorry, he's not used to having turns.
I think you forgot to close Steam.
That's true. But as long as the notifications are happening on the other side, I don't care.
Oh yeah, you had to roll again.
Yes, I did.
Lady.
Get 700 bucks.
I hope I cross the start. Cross the start quickly.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm breaking down. Who are you?
Caw.
And push by 1. You can push me and I'm broken down again.
Yes, that's what I'll do.
But I will overtake you.
That's fine. I just overtake you. And plus, the better it is to make you punt.
He's the only one going.
2 parts. Blue's just catching up. Yeah, blow up. Oh, nope.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Blue.
no. You're rolling really good rolls. It's 10 after
That's
10
what I
after 10
deserve.
after 10. Yeah, I get breakdown. Nope. Deploy mine somewhere. In this. There. Okay. We all seem to hide the parts, buddy.
No turn for you.
Turn for me. And I'm gonna overtake you. Bong. Not myself. I'm gonna push you into the mine. Actually, no, I'm gonna push this guy in the mine.
Okay.
So he lands on. No, because he's gonna make points landed on me. This guy won't land on me.
Yeah, that's true.
Another fart.
Farts for me.
Does yellow come after blue? No, yellow comes before blue.
Gift 1,000. The green guy.
You still don't have enough.
That's true. We're gonna do a 3. Watch. No, we'll cross. So.
Did I have enough?
Yeah, well, but you need to cross with red to win.
Ah!
Prior.
Anna Pariah. Okay, red, you gotta cross.
I'm looking forward to getting steel. Oi.
But I got steel first. Okay, so who has more?
Blue. It's the same. You're gonna get 1,000 from either. So.
Take steel. Oh,
steal
I have to
from
steal
Brian.
for my friend.
Oh, yes.
I have to
I am safe.
steal for my poor friend. I wish my friend wasn't a pariah.
Pariah is a brilliant card.
And you're crossing, but you're not winning. Your other guy's got to cross too.
Yeah, but I've got money now. So if blue crosses,
You got more money.
if blue crosses first, which it looks like it's gonna be the case. Yes, and I even get a real.
Keep going.
Yeah, that's what I deserve. This game is full of surprises. Oh yes! I don't think it's enough though. I think I'm gonna end up on a mine and then another.
I hope so.
Oh, literally one down. Turns reversed, so it's green's time. I keep on doing turns, lady.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose. Red can't go that far.
Uh-oh, breakdown.
Yeah, but your green didn't care. He's across and fine.
Push by -1. Do a 9.
No.
Oh, 8.
Go again. Fuck you.
Oh, you're rolling it again. No. I thought it was an 11. LOL!
Nothing.
Watch him. Do at least a 4. Come on.
Don't do it.
You need
No,
a
he
4
won,
to
he
win.
won, he won, he won.
Winning!
Again.
Yes! Hooray! Okay, sounds good. Wait, let me take a screening of this. There we go.
Wait a minute. Wait, yeah, they got enough. Good.
Okay. Thanks very much for watching, people, despite having watched us play for a bit. Well,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes it's just for fun. See you later.
Sometimes.
Bye-bye.
See ya.